Hello everyone, Rainier Games here, and today we're gonna start a new Let's Play series as we're gonna be playing the game Planetbase. It's a strategy game where you are controlling a few space travelers as you travel to remote planets and try to make a new space base. And there's a lot of different scenarios and so on that could affect your base, and yeah, we're just gonna jump straight into it. So in the start you only get to actually select this planet, but as I have been playing a little bit, I could choose the other planets, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna start with this planet. And we're gonna select a place on the map, or the planet. We're gonna just select randomly. I don't really think it has anything to do. I'm not quite sure. So we're just gonna press start and let the game load here, and then press any key to start. So our space travelers, or I'm not quite sure what you should call them, arrive in this, so we should start with a few different roles and also 2 robots, last I remember. So they slowly come out of the spaceship here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people and 2 robots. 1 construction robot and 1 carry robot. Yes. So the first thing I normally like to do is I like to wait, you can't pause the game on this one. Oh yeah, it's been such a long time since I actually played this game. But as you can see here, I'm just gonna explain it. All of them have different types of stats here that we need to keep up. Like morale, sleep, oxygen, hydration. I'm probably pronouncing that one wrong. Nutrition and health. So we need to keep those all up, and in the spaceship we start with a few resources that we're gonna use to make our base. So the first thing we're gonna start with is we're gonna have an airlock, and no wait, normally I like to start with the O2. So we're gonna have the O2 here, which is then gonna make us oxygen, and then we're gonna have the airlock. Can I have it over here? Nope. And some of the scenarios could be, for example, meteorites coming down. And yeah, we need to defend our base against those 2 later on in the Let's Play. But first we need to get them oxygen, because their suits can't hold oxygen forever. So the first thing is this. And to power this one, you are gonna need to get water. So you can make, I think it's a water pump it's called. And I'm gonna make a bigger one from the start. And I'm just gonna put it, we're gonna put it there. And normally what I like to do is I just like to recycle the ship, because then all the resources just gets placed on the ground. And then the next thing we need is we need some power. And the easiest one is to just make a solar panel. And normally it's the first one you can only make. So we're gonna make this one. I can't place it around here because there's items in the way. But I would love to be able to place it somewhere. We're gonna place it there. And when that one gets constructed, we can then unlock a few more of the other buildings. As there is a small progression tree in the building, but it's not the biggest. And everything died, and that is just because of us actually not having power. So we're gonna connect them there. And I'm not quite sure why aren't you guys connecting, but we want them to connect there too. And the power is going on and off for some reason. Let us see. The oxygen is still good. So we do have a few different type of people that can do different types of tasks. For example, this is a worker, and we have a biologist, and we have a medic, another worker, engineer, and worker. And as you can see now, the solar panel is now built, and that is giving power to the system. And then the water gets to pump, and we get to generate oxygen. So that's going to fill up here, and I can actually go indoors. Not getting killed by having lack of O2. By English, sometimes. when I'm searching for the right words. So the next thing I normally like to build is, I think it's, yeah, cafeteria. This is where they can then eat and drink, which is also very important. So we're gonna build that, and normally what I also like to do is I want to have a windmill, because in the night the solar won't work anymore. So we're just gonna build a bigger windmill, and we're gonna connect it there. And normally also what I like to do is I like to have a power collector, which is gonna, as the name suggests, collect power for us. So I kind of want this one over here. And then we're just going to connect those like so. And then our workers are going to carry stuff for us. I think all the all the different types of people can carry everything. It is going to affect their morale, but they can all carry. But I think only engineers can build the certain buildings. And also repair them if they were to get damaged or need to just get a little service. So we have 2 engineers working on 2 different tasks here, while everybody else is carrying stuff. And it's also getting dark, and they also do need to sleep. As you can see, the power went off, and when the power goes off, even the airlock can't even function. So it's very important to have power going constantly. So now we got to connect the windmill, and this one is then generating power, and it's generating more than the grid is using. So therefore it's getting to store some here. Of course the wind, as you can see up here, does change a little. But for now it's in our favor, and we don't have to worry much. And here they are building the cafeteria. Eventually when people get tired, they're just gonna stop and just sleep on the floor, so we need to have some beds for them too. And I want to press this one so we can actually see what's going on in the inside. And here comes the construction robot that actually apparently wants to build this tunnel or connection, or tunnel connection. And there we are. And then what we do in this room, we need to decide what should be in the room. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down 1 drinking fountain. Oh wait, I normally like to do that one afterwards, because we need these first. That is then a meal maker, which they're gonna put raw meals inside, and then it generates into foods they can eat. And then we're gonna have, I'm not quite sure what is the best. Can only have 1 there, but I'm gonna have 4 seats. We're gonna have a water fountain there, and we're gonna have a video screen. Yeah, we're gonna have a video screen over here. So that should help their morale, and we're just gonna put down a plant too, because... Oh wait, let's wait with the plants, because I'm not quite sure how much resources we have. Because everything does require resources, as this one requires bigger plastic. And some also requires different types of metals, like a metal here and so on. So that is something we need to extract from mining and stuff. But we worry about one thing at a time, and that is first off to keep our colonists alive. So the next thing I normally like to build is the sleeping area. And we're making the dorm compared to the cabin requires... Yeah, okay. The cabin, which is a little bit better beds and so on, but it's not necessary in the start. So let us see. We're just gonna build this one right here, and we're gonna connect it like so. And apparently there's no wind going on right now, and yeah, we're making almost no power, so it's good to have some power stored. And the construction robot is working on this. Very good. Just want this fountain too. And let us see here. We also do want to focus on actually making food. That's another high priority on the list here, due to food will eventually run out and then they will starve. And we do not want that. I'm just thinking... Should we go for 2? Yeah, we're starting small. We shouldn't go too big, and then we can build bigger later on. So we're just taking a small one here, and we're going to connect that one too. Like so. And another thing I want to do is I want to make a landing pad. This will allow us to actually get new colonists and speed up the process. And yeah, the goal is to get more colonists to our base here. The one negative thing is that these are in the way, and I actually would love to have the landing pad here. So maybe what we should focus on first is having a storage room. So a storage room, and we can build this one here, and we're going to connect it like that. We could also connect it in between here, but for now we're just leaving it open because the connections also does cost 1 metal and 1 bioplastic, and we don't really have unlimited amounts of resources there. So there, and let us see. Some of them are having food down here, but we're just gonna speed up the time a little bit. We can go 4 times speed as they're just building for us. The power is going up here, that's very good. And this one is constructing, the storage one. And there, and now they will actually go and as you can see, there was a meteorite hitting over there, and if it hits one of the bases, it is gonna kill everybody that's inside the room or building or whatever you want to call it. The dome. Yeah, it's more the dome, not the doom. Alright, so now they're gonna focus on taking these into the storage here, and our Biodome is done. Doom. But we can't build anything inside it before the connection is done. So we're just going to press here, and then we're going to select which foods we want. And normally what I like to do is I want a medical plant. Or maybe, no, we don't really need that in the start. So the red ones are foods that grow fast, but they require high maintenance, while the other ones grow slower and it requires less maintenance. But as there's not really much going on, we're just going to have... We're gonna have 2 of each. Like so, and then we're gonna have some potatoes. We need some potatoes. And we're gonna have some rice. So they're gonna craft that, and the thing with the ones that take a little longer time, they will actually make some items that actually is required for bioplastic, which is starch. But that will come into later on. Okay, and then, yeah, it's the beds. That's the thing. We need to build some beds. So in here, we're just gonna have some beds, and I'm gonna try to squeeze it as good as possible. So that is 2. It's a double bed 2, or a bunk bed. So here we are 6, and we were 7 people. So we could just have 4 of these that will then be able to take 8 people. Alright. The base is coming together rather nicely. And they're taking a nap, most of them. I have a feeling some of them are even napping on the floor. Yes, there we have one. We didn't build the beds quick enough. So the biologist ended up sleeping on the floor here. Okay, and let us see then. Are we still running in fast speed? Oh, now we're running on fast speed. Just having them sleep a little. And actually, what we want to do is we want to start a mine. And we want the mine to be connected to the mountain. But I don't want it to be too far away from the airlock either. What we could do is we press escape, and then we can do another airlock. And we can have this one over here. Like so. And then from here, we're gonna have our mine. And connect them to. Like so. Okay, doing good. And they're removing the stuff here, so maybe we could fit a landing pad now. Yes, we can at least fit it there, and I think that's okay. So we're gonna connect that one too. Then we're gonna be careful with our resources here now, so we don't overdo it, because we want to make another dome here that can actually make the ore we're gathering, and also the starch we're getting here to actually make bioplastic and metal. So that is something we definitely want. Let us see here. Up here you can see the resources we actually have, and we're still having 9 metals. And now that we unlock the landing pad, what we can actually do is we can go on, I think it was base management, and then landing permission. Yes. And then so and so often there will actually come people to... Okay, I was actually talking, but... there will come people, either a trade ship like this, or there will come new colonists that want to join our colony. And therefore we can select which type of skills we want people to have to enter our colony. But let us see, this one is trading, so he wants to sell us some metals and so on. But we really don't have much to sell right now, so we're just gonna dismiss him and he's gonna take off again. And our robot needs repair, but the engineers will fix that too. Okay, and there we have our mine, and the workers will then work in the mine gathering ores for us. Okay, and then the next building we want to complete the circle, to say it like that, is we want this, whatever that was called, processing plant. And we want to connect it. We're just gonna connect it there. And they are soon taking all the items here. And as you can see, if items are outside, their quality will actually go down. But for the start, it doesn't really matter. Alright. There, and one more, and now this one will be constructed too. And as you can see, they can also get injuries from the mine, and therefore you need a hospital. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna stop all work in the mine for now. We at least have it, but we don't want all the workers to get injured, because then they're more or less useless and they can't do anything. And now the processing plant is done. We want to make this one, which is gonna make us bioplastic, and this one, which is gonna make us the metals. So we just need one of each in the start. And there we go. Now those are functionable too. This is very good. And power wise, we're still doing good. This one is fully stored, so that is very good. And here we're getting a colonist ship, and we got a new biologist. I can't pronounce that. So that is good, and he is gonna help us in the garden here. Of course, what we should do is we should control who is actually coming in. And normally I like to have a lot of biologists, due to we are gonna need a lot of food when we get a lot more people in. We're not gonna need guards yet, but they're gonna be important later on. And I normally like to at least have 2 guards in the start, just so in case one of the medics gets hurt, the other one can actually heal the other one. But I think this is good for now. We don't need more engineers right now. Workers, let's put that one down a little bit. So just have it like that. Alright, and let us see then. What is the next step we should look into? We're still 8 colonists, and we have 8 beds, so there's nothing to worry about. And normally not everybody eats at the same time, so nothing to worry about there either. We could reduce travel time by making a tunnel here too. Hopefully nobody gets trapped in here, because then you're gonna have a problem. And here we have a new trader coming in. And let us see. He doesn't sell anything we can really afford right now, but we could of course sell stuff to him if we so wanted to. But for now we want to keep our resources, so we're just gonna dismiss him again. There, and let us see then. Yeah, the next step we want is the med bay. Or medic something. And we're gonna squeeze that one up in the mountain here. Like so. So every time somebody gets injured, they will actually go to the sick bay, which is the name. And we're gonna make some sick beds here, and then all is gonna be good. And nobody got trapped. Good. And as you can see, he is injured and he's just walking around, standing around. And I'm not quite sure if that could lead to him dying if he doesn't get treatment, but we don't want to find that out or figure that out. Alright, and let us see. The power is being drained, but I don't worry too much yet. Of course, I'm more worried about the asteroids actually hitting the base here, killing someone. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna make this one first, so they can actually store the medicine, and then we're just gonna have one sick bed in the start. Alright. There. And a new colony ship, and what are we getting? We got another biologist and a medic. Okay, great. So what I want to do now is I want to deactivate medics. We don't want medics or guards coming in, because 2 medics in the start is okay, because you're gonna consume a lot of food, and medics don't really do much other than heal people and carry around on stuff. So not really the most important character to have in the start. Okay, and let us see then. What should be the next thing? Normally I like to have a lot of food, just to be sure. Of course we have food here, but I just want to go straight into bigger food source. But first I just want to check how the O2 levels is. And I think we're still good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a big dome of food farming here. And we're gonna craft this one over here. Like so. And that one is gonna require 7. And we got more colonists coming in. A lot more workers, and we should actually start the mine again. Actually, I forgot about that. So we can actually get some more ore going in now that we have the sick bay. So we get everything sorted out here. Of course, now we're getting a lot of colonists, which could be a potential or a bad thing if we don't keeping track of all their needs. So we're gonna add some more beds, and we're gonna add another food maker, and we're gonna add okay, apparently this is an invalid position. We're gonna research this in our recycle. We're still getting our resource back, and we're gonna build a table there instead, and then we can make the TV, for example, there, and maybe, for example, one TV here too. Like so. Of course, they're still lacking some metal, and that is because we are actually not mining anything. But what will happen is, as you can see, they took the ore into the metal processor, and then when it has a worker available, it will actually go over and make metal. And did we get another colonist ship? Okay, I think we should ban colonists for entering for a little while. So we're banning those. So no more colonists will actually appear, because you can burn yourself really hard if you have too much colonists, because they take oxygen, water, food, and space. So there's no need to have an overwhelming amount of people in the start. Okay, and let us see, how is everything going here? We still need 5. Do you have a few workers? I think you can check somewhere. That was really close. Oops, that's the menu. Let's see. Is it the stats? Okay, so we have 7 workers, 6 biologists, one engineer. I thought we had 2. Whoa, that's getting close, those meteorites. Okay, so we have one engineer and one construction robot, which kind of works as an engineer. And 2 medics and no guards. Okay. There, and let's see, here comes the trading ship. And he is selling a few of other things. You can also buy some drawings, or what you can call them, which actually can allow you to build buildings you can't without unlocking this first. But then again, we don't need it right now. And we can't even afford it right now. So we're just gonna dismiss. And then he flies off. Because we want this one first. And this can actually help us actually produce a lot of extra goods that we could actually then potentially sell to the trader. As I normally like to do a lot more biofarm compared to mining, because mining has the risk of injuring your workers. So then normally I sell a lot of bioplastic and food to the trader. So that is something we're gonna aim for in this Let's Play too. And let us see. Everything is working slowly here. Nice and slow. And yeah, we're still missing some plastic too. And as you can see, our food is slowly shrimping in here. And we have a sandstorm coming, apparently. Hint, security controls. Oh, okay. I think you can sound the alarm, but I think you need a control room to do it. So we need to, hopefully nobody gets killed in the sandstorm. As you can see, their health is slowly going down for being in the sandstorm. But normally I haven't experienced anybody dying from the sandstorm. But it could always happen. Okay, and this one is full of ore, which is nice. So that will then craft this one. And I think we're just going to speed up the time. Because apparently now nothing else is really happening, because we have more or less used all of our resources. As you can see, these ones are spares, which are used to repair the different types of things that need service. So that is definitely a doom we want to build too eventually, so we don't run out of stuff that or out of these that can actually be used to make do service on the buildings. Because if you don't do service on them, eventually they will stop working, and then no power, and we don't want that. Not at all. And that sounded very close. Yep, very close. And we have another one. It's very violent right now. And I just want to look around here. This is a very nice open area though. So it could maybe be that we build bigger parts of the base over here. And then we have more mines and stuff going on this side. But that we'll figure out. Okay, and now the large, or very large, biodome can be built. Which is nice, so they're just gonna weld that one up. And then we can put a lot of food production in this one. Which is really needed, as you can see, we're really running out of food now. Because these has some food buffered up, but it's gonna run out very quickly. So we want to have potatoes in all of those. We do want some medical pads. I think one is actually good enough. And we're gonna have some rice, some wheat, some of whatever that is, and some of this. And then we are actually just gonna craft all the other ones too, just so we have a little of everything. Like so. Of course, each and every one of these does require bioplastic, so nothing is really gonna be built before we actually get bioplastic. So now I'm actually getting very close to food, lack of food. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna sell some of our medical supplies, and I'm gonna buy bioplastic. I'm not quite sure if I should buy food. But I think we should, just in case. And then I need to take some money. So there. So we're getting 2 coins and some food and some bioplastic. So we're just gonna trade that. So they're gonna carry out the medical supplies into the ship, and then it's gonna leave the resources we bought from it. Yeah, they're very good. So eventually they will start building on that, and yeah, we'll have our little colony going here. Like so. Very, very nice. But we're gonna end it there, guys, as we've now been recording for around 30 minutes, and I want these episodes to be around 30 minutes. Most likely not gonna be the longest of Let's Plays, but at least it's gonna be a little nice variety compared to the other Let's Plays we're doing at the current moment of this video. So yeah, we're wrapping up the episode there, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if there's anything on your mind, as always, leave it down in the comment section below, or join the Discord chat and have a talk over there. But yeah, until next time then, guys, stay safe as always, and until next time. See, now I'm never good at ending videos, and if you're new to the channel, I'm telling you, I'm not good at ending videos. But yeah, we're wrapping it up then, guys. Stay safe and bye.